All right. Read 2 emails to you. This stuff that Chris Rosa put in the paper about this with them not showing up last week with a statement they wanted to make is BS. The total reason why they didn't want to come is because Ludi couldn't be here, and they wanted me to guarantee that it would not be on the agenda.
Guarantee
that wasn't last year.
wasn't going to be on the agenda.
The budget. The budget wasn't going to be on the agenda, not the insurance, the budget, strictly the budget. I said that at the last meeting, that's why they're not here. They don't want the budget to be approved, even though Phil is recommending a balanced budget. So over the weekend, beginning with Saturday, I had a number of texts and calls in my house from Kibby. I didn't call it back. Woody calls me and says, call Kibby. So I sent this text back to Kibby yesterday. Now Woody tells me, Kibby says they want to be able to come to the meeting. That's their legal duty. They want an invitation. It's ridiculous. So I texted him back yesterday. I spoke with Woody about your request. I won't communicate with you except by text or email, as I do not trust you. You have broken too many promises. Text me what you are interested in. This is where we get to why they weren't here last meeting. Bull S in the paper. Ludi requested, this is Charles Kibby's answer. Ludi requested that we not vote on the budget until he returns. It's my understanding that will be within a week or 2. We are requesting the vote on the budget be removed from the agenda from Monday night's meeting. Please notify me in regards to your request. Here's my response yesterday. I don't have authority to remove an agenda item. It takes a majority of the board. We have removed items before when there was no objection. The 4 of you have 3 times voted when a board member wasn't present. When Ricky wasn't present, you voted no to a 9-to-1 recommendation of the insurance committee to renew with United Healthcare. Then when you went on to vote to get Blue Cross in here when it was the same situation. Then when Chris Hebert was working recently, you voted to deny approval of 2 contracts. I don't know how your request will be voted on at the meeting. I assume they didn't like the idea, that they think that we would not have pulled it off. All right. 10 minutes ago, or 20 minutes ago, I get this email, this text. And I think there's some libel and defamation in it, but she asked me to read it. This is from Sarah. And I'm going to print these all out, and we're going to circulate them. So you don't have to take my word for it. It's going to go. And we're going to put it on our website for all the teachers to see. Anthony, I will not be at tonight's meeting. Make sure you read this loud tonight! Exclamation point. Until the unethicals or the conspirators, by the way, this is your group, act like men and grow some balls. We will not attend another meeting. A board member, on behalf of 3 other board members, is now telling us their elected responsibility they will not do, as they have not done now for three meetings. The unethical practices that continue to take place year after year is a violation of the oath you took, meaning me, to protect the taxpayer and the school system. For 14 years, I don't know where to get that, you worshiped an insurance company that took advantage of our employees and retirees, giving them no extra discounts and raping them for every penny in premium. For 14 years, they trusted you and your board to manage an account that directly affect the future of their benefits in the general fund. You continue to throw fits about not being in a contract with a company that created this mess, and watch Vermilion Parish School Board insurance bleed to death. So which is it, Tony? 5.5 or 710 million? They're the ones that voted down the opportunity for us to quit losing money when the insurance committee voted 9-1 to recommend United Healthcare. They knew at the time that their vote was going to cost us continuously to lose money until the new contract year, which turned out to be about $2 million that they cost us to lose. You want to know why we had to put money in the insurance fund? That a deliberate vote, knowing that we were going to be continuing to lose money, didn't matter to them. And they said that at that time. Any amount that was used to float your mismanagement as insurance chairman is disgusting. Now you must suck it up and agree that Blue Cross Blue Shield was the best decision ever made. First time in years with a positive balance. Well, I seem to remember we had a horrible rollout. I seem to remember that we can't get any information from Blue Cross. I seem to remember last week when the new agent that they appointed couldn't even answer questions because he didn't know what he was talking about. I seem to know that we've asked for information that we always got from United Healthcare about our wellness program and all, that they said that they can't give us until the end of the year. But this is the best decision that's ever been made, a 4-3 vote. Times are tough and we can no longer glide through another year of mismanagement. 12 emails to get service price for Kentwood water. I have no idea what she's talking about. Really, 12? I have sat 2 years in a row, same budget and same spreadsheet. Phil asked her to come see him about the budget. Same offer that he makes to every single board member every year, and she didn't do it. And now she's an expert on the budget. Didn't hear from him until this past week, last week, where she requested information that he couldn't even understand what she's talking about. And she's the expert on the budget. Same budget? No, it's not the same budget. It's the first time we have a balanced budget in about 2 to 3 years. A balanced budget that they don't want to vote on. I want expenditures in line items. And 2.5 years, the Gang of Four has requested. But only the unethicals get those, and even agenda items for that matter. Until we are all given the same respect and all have a say to the agenda item, nothing will get resolved. Line items and a copy in front office for taxpayers to review. Then we sit like men and make cuts for the 2017-2000 school year. Yours truly, AKA Little G, Sarah Duplichin. I guess Little G means that's the district she represents. I had never, I went through consolidation. And the things that were said about me and said about the school system and everything else were unbelievable. But I stayed out in the parking lot until 2 o'clock in the morning with all the people from those schools. And I answered all the questions. They weren't nice, but they were civil. This is the worst thing I have ever seen, and the worst email, text, argument that I can imagine. They knew that tonight is the last night of the month. We told them last week. I'm rescheduling the meeting from last week to tonight. State law requires that we have a meeting once a month. They're making a conscious decision to violate state law. They're required to attend meetings unless they're out of business or sick. Ludy, I can excuse. I understand he's not feeling well. This is not what they said in the newspaper. And we got somebody that just buys into him because he's a part of it. That article that article did not reflect what happened at the meeting last week. And I'm not excusing you. That's it. I'm finished with you. And I'm finished with your paper. And we're gonna bet they can keep you for 100 years, but they're gonna know in the central office of the Vermilion what you did and how we feel about it. The lies that spread from those four all through the school system, and I tell you what, VAE leadership is responsible. Absolutely responsible. You play in with them 100%, and I'm finished with you too. In fact, if I was a teacher paying my money to VAE to be represented like this, I would start considering decertifying the union. And that needs to go around.
Well, it's only 40.5% that are eligible that pay dues.
Well,
That's not even half that they
then the
represent.
60% ought to decertify the union. For the union representatives to tell me back when we were voting on United Healthcare or Blue Cross, that they knew that United Healthcare was the best plan for us, but our teachers don't want it, so we're going to vote for Blue Cross. Well, the polling that went out did not include the people you represent. You polled teachers, you didn't poll everybody else that represents.
So now you have higher premiums and less benefits. That's how the fund has grown. Higher premiums and less benefits. Make sure we spread that rumor when we spread it.
Not only that, the argument that I'm hearing, well, this is our money. This is our money. You're taking our money. Bull. That's bull. The majority of the premiums that are paid, this board pays for. And in order to keep your premiums down, we took money out of the general fund so it wouldn't be a burden to y'all until we could get an overall plan